ruby slippers. What have you done with them? Give them back to me or I'll...
It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay.
Hi, my name is Mike Vaughn, and welcome to my new series, Pop Culture Case Closed. This is a series that takes a look at Hollywood true crime minus the murder. So the vibe is a little bit lighter. For over 70 years, the film version of Frank L. Baum's The Wizard of Oz has been captivating audiences old and young alike. It's one of those films that truly transcends generations and captures that spirit of childhood wonder and innocence. While props from this era of filmmaking can be scarce, thankfully, key pieces from this film have surfaced, including the Cowardly Lion's costume, the Wicked Witch's hat, and of course, the ultimate prop, Dorothy's ruby red slippers. The iconic shoes were designed by Gilbert Adrian. Originally, the design for the shoes were very different. These shoes pictured here was coined the Arabian test pairs, and producers felt like these would probably clash with Dorothy's all-American farm girl image.
Yes, these are the ruby red slippers and gingham dress that were worn by Judy Garland in the first 2 weeks of production for The Wizard of Oz, both designed by Adrian. They look different to you because they are. There were many problems with the production. The director was replaced. Buddy Ebsen got poisoned with the silver paint, with the Tin Man, just to name a few. So the director decided on a new look for the slippers and the dress. So these were removed from production and replaced with what you're familiar today. Aren't they beautiful? And in many ways, more rare. There are only one pair of these. Why, oh, why can't I? See you there.
This, of course, was changed to the simple yet beautiful looking shoes we've come to know and love. Sequins were used to simulate rubies to make the shoes much lighter and, of course, a lot less expensive. Now, there's different numbers thrown around, but according to the prop person, 6 identical pairs of slippers were made, and 4 screen used slippers are currently accounted for. One of the pairs is housed at the Smithsonian. Several pairs have been acquired by private owners, including Leonardo DiCaprio and Steven Spielberg, who jointly bought a pair that is currently being housed at the Academy of Motion Pictures. And one such pair of slippers was housed at the Judy Garland Museum. That is until 2005.
They're gone.
Late one August night in 2005, an unlikely robbery was about to take place. A smashed glass case containing Garland's ruby slippers were taken. As the years turned into over a decade, it seemed more and more unlikely that the famous shoes would ever be recovered. The leads in this case sadly dried up. That is until an unnamed person contacted the Grand Rapids Police Department. The person promised to return the shoes in exchange for a $200,000 reward. This wasn't just someone who stumbled upon the shoes or found them and took them and wanted to do the right thing. No, this was a thief wanting to extort the shoes for more money. The demand was made if the money was not promptly paid, that they would keep the slippers for another 10 years. This is when the FBI got involved. The FBI agents set up a sting operation in Minneapolis on July 10th, 2018. Now, keep in mind, value at this time for the slippers were in the range of $3.5 million. This sting operation led the FBI to a man named Terry Martin. So, who is Terry Martin? Terry Martin was a former mobster. Martin had a history dealing in stolen jewels and did a stint in prison for burglary. Martin had done his time and remained trouble-free for a decade. That peace was shattered, however, when he was offered a job by a mob associate. Martin had a struggle on his hands. He wanted to keep out of trouble, yet there was an allure that was hard to resist. Amazingly, Martin was informed that the slippers were affixed with real rubies, and the goal was to steal them for their rare gemstones. And as we know, this is not the case. Like something straight out of a movie, Terry wanted to go big for one last score to help set himself up for the rest of his life. 2 days after the robbery, the person who put Terry Martin onto this job told him the bad news. That was, of course, the rubies were not real, just worthless replicas.
13 years after vanishing like the Wicked Witch of the East under a house, a pair of ruby slippers worth millions of dollars, featured in the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz, have finally been recovered. The FBI announced the finding on Tuesday in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota.
Not only were these slippers stolen, but the memories of a lot of Americans were stolen back in 2005. And we hope today that we give those memories back.
The sequin shoes are one of 4 pairs worn by Judy Garland, who played Dorothy in the iconic 1939 musical fantasy film. The slippers were stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, in an overnight robbery in August 2005. The FBI joined the investigation in 2017 and said an extortion plot led agents to their recovery the following year, though no one has been arrested or charged in the case. Officials have asked the public for help in identifying the suspects before they strike again.
Our hope today is that folks that are watching this, if you know something about the theft, that you come forward and you share that with us.
People at the Judy Garland Museum celebrated the recovery.
We were in shock this morning. It was awesome news.
And I know I speak for everyone.
Even Grand Rapids Police Chief Scott Johnson expressed his joy over the news.
You know, they're more than just a pair of shoes, the slippers. They're an enduring symbol of the power of belief.
Because for these ruby red slippers, there's no place like home.
And in October, Terry Martin pled guilty to the theft of a major artwork. So this brings us to present day. Just a few, maybe less than a week actually, until this comes out. So January 29th, 2024, Terry Martin has been given time served as his health has been rapidly declining. The court showed mercy, but he is still ordered to repay the museum for over $2,000 in damages. For many people, The Wizard of Oz isn't simply just a movie. It's a monument to childhood innocence and its message of home, and that there is no dream too big to make come true, and even the dreamless can imagine something better just over the rainbow. This case has seemingly a happy ending as the slippers were recovered, and with it, a piece of movie history has been restored to its rightful place. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is a new series that I want to try out. Please check the description for my sources, as well as some additional reading. I always like to be transparent about where I get my information. And I would just love to know what you think of this video, and what are some other non-murdery Hollywood cases that you would like to see me cover. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.